The last stand on North 9, the red sky burned over the jungles of North 9. Smoke rose from the trees. The war between humans and the alien race called the Zarian had reached its final stage. Captain. Jace Carter was alone. He moved slowly through the trees, his armor damaged and his weapon low on power. Blood ran down his arm, but he kept walking. He was the last survivor of his team. They were sent to rescue human prisoners. But it was a trap. Now, Jace was deep inside enemy territory. Far from the base, with no support, he crouched behind a rock as he heard the sound clicking sharp and fast. Zarian soldiers were nearby. Their long legs moved through the jungle without sound. Their black armor reflected the red sky. Their eyes glowed yellow in the dark. Jace waited. He was silent. Then he moved. One by one he took them out. Quick. Brutal. Clean shots. He used every skill he had. This was not about winning now. It was about surviving. After the fight, he leaned against a tree and took a breath. But then he saw something strange. One of the Zarian soldiers was not dead. It was trying to speak. Not in its own language, but in English. You must run, it said, voice broken. Jace pointed his weapon. Why are you talking like that? She watches you, the alien whispered. The Queen knows your name. Then it died. Jace felt a cold chill run down his spine. He looked around, nothing but trees. But the words stayed with him. The Queen knows your name. He had heard stories. The alien queen who ruled Dezarin, no one had seen her. Some believed she didn't exist. But now, something felt different. He kept moving. The jungle got darker. The trees were thicker here. He found an old alien outpost, mostly destroyed. Inside, strange symbols covered the walls. The lights flickered. This place had not been used in a long time. He stepped inside, then a voice echoed in his mind. You are stronger than I expected, human. Jace froze. He looked around, but no one was there. I have watched you. You are not like the others. It was not coming from a speaker. It was inside his head. Who are you? Jace said out loud. You know who I am. It was her, the Queen. He gripped his weapon tight, but it felt useless now. You fight well, she said. You kill my soldiers with skill. You survived where others died? What do you want? Jace asked. I want to understand, Jace laughed. After all this? You destroy our colonies, burn our cities, and now you want to talk? There was silence for a second. Then, you will come to me soon. I will not kill you, not yet. Suddenly, a screen on the wall turned on, static at first. Then an image. It showed a large chamber. Black walls, alien symbols glowing. And in the center she stood, the alien queen. She was tall, elegant, terrifying. Her body was covered in dark armor that moved like it was alive. Her eyes, glowing red, looked straight at him. She raised her hand. Bring me the human, she said. Then the screen went dark. Jace stood there, heart pounding. He didn't know what this meant. Why him? Why now? But one thing was clear. This war was not over. Not yet. And the Queen, she had plans. For him, the Queen's game the jungle was quiet now. Too quiet. Captain Jace Carter didn't like silence. Not on North 9. Silence here meant death was watching. He moved carefully, stepping over alien roots that pulsed with strange green light. The ground felt alive, as if the planet itself was listening to him. In his helmet, a soft alarm beeped. Oxygen. 12%, no backup, no ship. No way home. But Jace didn't stop. He remembered her voice. The Queen. Bring me the human. Why? Why him? He was a soldier, nothing more. There were smarter people. Stronger people. Why did she want him alive? That question burned in his mind. Suddenly, he reached a wide clearing. In the middle stood a black monolith. Tall, ancient, glowing with red light. He had seen one before, long ago, during training. The scientists said these alien structures were older than the war itself. Some believed they were part of a forgotten race. A race that even the Zarian feared. As Jace stepped closer, the air shimmered. A soft hum began to rise. Then, without warning, the monolith spoke, but not in Zarin language. In his voice. You left them behind, Captain. Jace froze. His hand gripped the trigger. What is this? He whispered. The monolith showed an image, not from this planet, but from Earth, a memory. His past, the day he lost his squad on Titan 3, his voice echoed again. You were supposed to save them, but you ran, Jace stared, jaw clenched. A lie, the voice replied, colder now. Is it? Suddenly the jungle cracked behind him. A shadow moved fast. Jace turned and fired. Too slow, something hit him hard. Not a bullet, not a blade, but a pulse of energy that wrapped around. His body like chains. He dropped to his knees. Out of the trees walked a tall Zarian warrior. Silver armor, 4 arms, glowing spear, but it didn't attack. It bowed. Then behind it, the jungle split open, as if the trees themselves bent backward in fear, and she stepped forward. The alien, Queen. She did not speak this time. She looked down at him with something strange in her eyes. Not hate. Not anger. Curiosity. Then she raised one hand. The vines lifted him gently into the air. Jace tried to speak but couldn't. The Queen stepped closer. You think you came here to fight a war? She finally said. But you came here for something much older. Her hand touched his forehead, and in that moment Jace saw everything, a flood of images. Planets burning, armies kneeling. Strange creatures with human-like eyes. A symbol carved in stone that matched one on his dog tag. And then, darkness. The memory that wasn't his darkness. No sound. No breath, just falling. Captain Jace Carter was no longer on no RITH-9. He was drifting through a black void, surrounded by floating shards of light, like broken glass in space. Each shard showed something different. Earth, his old squad. His mother's face. The day his ship launched, but one shard stopped him. It showed a baby. In a glowing pod, surrounded by alien symbols. Definitely not human. And standing over the pod was the alien Queen. Jace stepped closer. He didn't know why, but the image pulled him in. The baby opened its eyes. They were green. Just like his. Suddenly, the shard cracked. The world twisted, and Jace fell again, this time into a new memory, but it wasn't his. Earth 17 years ago, a top-secret lab. Scientists panicking, one screaming, "She found us! Shut it down! Hide the child!" A massive blast tore through the wall. Something entered, tall, armored, and full of rage. The Queen, Jace, now inside this memory, watched in shock as the Queen tore through guards and doors, until she reached a glass chamber. Inside it, a small boy, the same green eyes, his green eyes. This can't be real, Jace whispered. I didn't grow up in a lab. But he couldn't look away. The Queen looked at the boy. She didn't kill him. She protected him. And then the memory shattered again. Back on no RITH-9. Jace woke with a jolt. He was in a strange alien chamber. Black stone walls. Glowing vines. Symbols on the ceiling. He was not chained. Not hurt. Just watch. Zaren warriors stood guard but did not move. And in front of him, the Queen waited. You saw it, she said. Jace stood up, fists clenched. That wasn't real. It was a trick. No trick, she replied. It was the beginning. What beginning? What was that child? The Queen stepped forward. Her voice was calm, not like a monster, but like a teacher. You are not just human, Jace Carter. You were made with something more. He shook his head. That's impossible. She turned and pointed to a screen behind her. It showed his DNA, mixed with something ancient, something not found in any human record. You carry the code of the first Starbloods, she said, the ones who came before even us. Jace stared. His hands shook. You are not just a soldier, the Queen continued. You are the key to ending this war. Or to starting something far worse. The Chamber of Echoes, the door didn't open. It breathed. As Jace Carter stepped closer. The strange black wall pulsed like it had a heartbeat. The Queen stood beside him, silent, watching. This place is older than war, she said. Even we don't control it. It answers only to your kind. Jace stared. My kind? She gestured toward the wall. Place your hand. If it lets you in, the truth is yours. If it rejects you, Your body will turn to dust. He hesitated. His hand trembled as he reached forward, the moment his fingers touched the surface. The wall pulled him in, like liquid. No pain, just light, and then. He was gone. Inside the chamber of echoes there was no floor. No sky, just a wide space full of floating memories, like glowing holograms from across time. Each one showed humans, not on Earth, but on other planets. In ancient armor, speaking languages no longer spoken, fighting Zarian, but also standing beside them. This doesn't make sense, Jace whispered. Humans didn't come to the stars until 300 years ago. Then a voice spoke, not the Queen's, a machine voice. Welcome, hybrid. You carry both bloods, the destroyer and the survivor. A glowing figure appeared in front of him, a tall humanoid shape, face made of shifting code. You were not born by accident. You are the last echo. Jace stepped back. What's an echo? A memory made flesh, a weapon, with a choice. Suddenly, one of the glowing memories turned violent. It showed the earth burning. Ships falling. The Queen standing alone, saving humans. Jace's mind spun. Everything he'd been told was a lie. The Zarian hadn't started the war. Humans did. Back in the real world, Jace dropped to his knees as the wall released him. The Queen stepped forward. Now you understand? You lied to us, he said. We thought you were monsters. We are, but only because your kind made us that way. Jace looked around the room. Alien guards. Weapons, war machines, but he didn't feel like their prisoner anymore. He felt like something had awakened inside him. What happens now? He asked. The Queen's eyes glowed. Now I send you into the dark, to the place where this all began. Jace narrowed his eyes. Why? Because someone else knows what you are, she said, and they want you dead before you remember everything. Into the dying stars are supposed to give life. This one was taking it. Jace Carter stood inside a transport pod, staring at the fiery, collapsing sun outside the window. The Zarian shuttle shook as it neared the obsidian halo, an ancient space station orbiting the dying star. No one goes there, the Queen had said. Not even me, but the answers are there, and so is your enemy. The pod locked into the halo's docking ring with a hiss. Jace stepped out alone. No guards, no weapons. Just him, a fading star, and secrets buried in the dark. Inside the obsidian halo the station was silent. No lights. No air, just ruins, walls scorched with old battle scars. Broken screens flickered. Alien bones floated through corridors like ghosts. But Jace felt something calling him deeper. As he walked, the walls began to respond, glowing faintly when he passed, whispering in a language he didn't know, yet somehow understood. He reached a control room, completely untouched by time. And on the main console he saw his own face, a file labeled, CHO9 activation protocol, failed. He stared, frozen. Then the console lit up. Access detected, hybrid confirmed, restarting memory sync. Pain exploded in his skull. His knees hit the floor. Images poured into his mind. A secret human experiment called Project Echo Human Scientists using stolen Zarian DNA. 9 failed hybrids before him. He was the only success. Jace screamed. He wasn't just born, he was built. Suddenly, alarms blared. The station's lights turned. Blood red, unauthorized presence detected. Jace looked up and saw them, not Zarian, not human, something else, tall. Silver beings with hollow faces and curved blades for arms, the wardens of the core. The Queen had warned him. They guard the truth with death. The fight begins. The first warden moved like liquid metal, fast, silent, deadly. Jace ducked, rolled, fired. But the shot passed through it. Another warden came from behind. Jace grabbed a pipe from the wall and swung. Metal met metal. Sparks, heat. His mind screamed. You can't win, but his body changed. His wounds healed instantly. His strength doubled. His eyes glowed faint green. The echo had fully activated. He fought like someone else was inside him. Faster, sharper, brutal. One warden fell, then another. Then silence. A voice in the dark as he caught his breath. A screen lit up again. This time a human face appeared. Old, scarred, wearing a lab coat. If you're seeing this, the man said, then you survived. That means you're Echo 9, my son. Jay stepped back. No, you're more than a soldier now. You're the last key to stop what's coming. They'll lie. The Queen, the Council, even Earth Command. Trust no one. Accept the truth inside you. The screen shut off, and Jace stood there, heart pounding. The truth spinning like stars around him. He wasn't a hero. He wasn't even human anymore. But he was alive. And someone was terrified of what he was about to become. The betrayer's voice. He's awake. Somewhere in deep space, far from North 9, a dark chamber echoed with a human voice. Not alien.human. General Adrien Kale of Earth Command stood before a massive table. Around him, holograms of military leaders, some Zoran, most human, all silent. He placed a data drive on the surface. It showed Jace Carter in the obsidian halo, defeating the Wardens. Eco 9 has activated. He knows what he is. And he's starting to remember everything. A Zaran elder hissed. You said he was stable. Kale's eyes narrowed. He was, until she interfered. The Queen, she broke the chain. Now, we have a rogue hybrid with Starblood access and a grudge. We end this. I want every echo file burned, every witness gone. And Carter, he leaned closer. Bring me his heart. Back on North 9, Jace stood on a ridge, looking down at a hidden city buried beneath glass and stone, not alien. Not Zareen.human, old Earth design. Long forgotten, the Queen stood beside him, silent. We didn't build this, she said. Your kind did, thousands of years ago. Jace shook his head. That's not possible. Earth didn't reach the stars until your leaders erased the records, she interrupted. You think you're Earth's first explorers? You're just the second wave. The first wave turned on us. Then on themselves, Jace walked forward. You're telling me this war isn't about territory? She nodded. It's about a memory they fear you'll find. As they descended into the city, walls lit up, revealing murals of humans. And Zaranan working together, then turning on each other. Then genetic experiments. And in every image, the echo symbol on a soldier's armor. You're not the first echo, she said. But you're the first they couldn't kill. Suddenly, a loud sound echoed through the chamber. Gunfire.jace ducked. The Queen raised a shield of shimmering light. Earth soldiers dropped from. Above, black armor, red visors. One aimed straight at Jace. Target acquired. Echo to 9. Engage lethal. The betrayal. Jace fought back hard, but he didn't want to kill his own. He tried to disable them. Disarm, but they weren't human anymore. They were augmented, enhanced, and one of them, his old squad mate, Rhea, stepped forward. You should have died on Titan 3, she said coldly. You were never meant to survive activation. He hesitated. Rhea, it's me. She didn't blink. You're a glitch. And Earth deletes its mistakes, she fired. The Queen blocked the shot, barely. You see now? She whispered. They'll burn the universe to keep their secret. Jace felt something inside him. Crack. His pulse slowed, his mind cleared. And the echo inside him fully awakened. He fought back. This time, without mercy, aftermath. The soldiers lay defeated. The Queen was wounded. Rhea escaped. Jace looked down at his shaking hands, still glowing faint green. I didn't choose this, he said. The Queen looked at him with something close to sadness. No, but now you must choose what happens next. And behind them, in the ancient city's core, a massive gate began to open. Inside, something older than both their races waited. Watching. Awakening. It began with a dream, a planet with two suns, children, Zaraean and human, playing together under silver trees. No war. No weapons. No fear, and at the center of the city, a statue, half queen, half soldier. One name carved beneath it. Jace Carter. He blinked. The vision faded. Back to reality. Back to fire. Jace stood before the star core, the ancient alien. Machine deep beneath North 9. Its energy pulsed through the ground like a heartbeat. Its lights matched his own. The Queen knelt before it, wounded but alive. This is the source, she said, where echoes were born. Where your kind first broke the stars. Jace touched the console. Visions flashed again. The first Echo soldier committing mass destruction, human generals smiling as planets burned, the Queen watching, not with hatred, but grief. She turned to him. You were made to be a weapon. But now you have a choice. Suddenly footsteps echoed behind them. General Kale had arrived. Alone. Clapping slowly. Bravo, Eco 9, you made it to the end. Jace stepped forward. Why, Kale? Why the lies? Kale smirked. Because the truth is ugly. We created the Echo program to end the war, but it worked too well. He pointed at Jace. You're not a hero, you're a nuke with legs. Kale raised a remote. I press this, and your mind burns. Jace felt his head ache. The Echo code inside him screamed, but the Queen stepped forward. Enough. She unleashed a wave of raw star energy, blasting the device from Kale's hand. Kale reached for his weapon, but Jace moved faster. One strike. The general fell. Silence. The crown awakens. The Queen stumbled, bleeding. I am dying, she said softly, and the crown must not fall into the wrong hands. From beneath her armor, she pulled out a small living relic, the Zarian crown, shaped like an organic star, pulsing with light. This chooses the next ruler, she said. It does not care about race, only memory. She held it toward Jace. Take it. He hesitated. I'm not Zarian. You are Echo. You are both. You are more. He took the crown. It dissolved into him. And suddenly he remembered everything, not just his life, not just Earth, all lives, Zarian kings, human rebels. First contact. First betrayal. He saw the war not as a timeline, but a wound that never healed. And then he saw a future. His future. Final choice. The Star Core activated. The system's weapon was armed, capable of wiping out all remaining fleets, both human and Zarian. The crown whispered, you can end the war in fire. One button, no survivors, no liars. But Jace looked at the Queen, now dying in silence. He remembered her words. You were made to destroy, but born to choose. He reached for the console. And turned off the weapon. Epilogue. 1 week later, the war stopped, both sides stunned. Leaders removed. Files leaked. Truth spread. The world didn't change overnight, but it began, and deep in orbit above a quiet North 9, one figure stood aboard a rebuilt starship. Jace Carter. Echo to 9, the man who was made to kill. But chose to remember instead.